Hi, everyone. Last week, when I was on KubeCon in Paris, people started to speak with me German. So I just want to prevent this situation in advance and say that Electrolux is a Swedish company, same as Spotify, IKEA, and many others companies from Sweden. And my name is Christina. I work as a SRE product manager at Electrolux. My goal is to keep our systems reliable and developers happy. So do we have developers here? SRE folks? Yay! Hi, infra people. You're all my favorite people in the world, really. I love to work with all of you guys. So, IoT domain is quite difficult and complex one to work on, and I will tell you why. So when we imagine the future, we usually imagine how our life will change and how these technologies will integrate in our daily routine. We often imagine the kitchen, and I believe everyone saw this movie when there is a microwave, you put the chicken, and then not the chicken, just something in this microwave, and then in 1 second, there is like a big chicken, grilled chicken or something like this in 1 second. I don't know how healthy it is, but what already available in IoT industry is that you have this oven at home, provisioned and connected via your mobile phone, and then you can use voice assistant to actually communicate with this device. You can put vegetables or meat inside of the oven, and then that oven will capture the image, send it to the internet, the food will be recognized, and then oven by itself will set up the proper temperature, duration, and mode for you. So to build all these possible and impossible use cases, we have a firmware team that makes the brain of appliances smarter. We have a team of backend engineers. They are build connectivity cloud. And then we have mobile team and designers to provide the meaningful digital experience with our appliances via app. And of course, we have SRE, platform engineering team. That's how IoT look like in one slide. I tried to simplify it for you. So we run our services from 3 regions. We're multi-cloud. We need to support all the types of the appliances. We also need to support third-party integrations, as I mentioned, like voice assistants, for example. And then if you have your first day as a developer at Electrolux, you can be kind of overwhelmed with this work environment that you need to learn about to actually be successful. So we have majority of services on AWS, but we also run some services on Azure, IBM, and GCP. And for those platforms, if you use different cloud providers, you usually, for historical or budget reasons, use dedicated observability tools, how it was for us as well. And when it comes to troubleshooting, and our team needs to handle this, you need to go to each observability platform and then look into what's happening with your mobile app and then what is happening actually on the container level or in your connectivity cloud or even on the appliance level, so it's quite hard. And we made the decision, like the obvious one, that we need to move everything into one observability platform. But it was the big challenge, I would say, to choose the one that will meet all the requirements, because it's, as I said, quite complex, and the systems itself are highly complex. And we chose Datadog. There's some dashboards. Then I remember how people started to build dashboards, because that's usually what we do, right, in the first time when we enter the platform. But what I remember is this warm feeling. Then one engineering lead came to our team and said, here's an incident happening, ongoing incident in production. And I mean, of course, he was frustrated about it, but we were happy because they started to monitor production, which was super cool for us. And the next thing, I think that was the first step towards some kind of gamification. We noticed that, yes, some people are kind of advanced already, and they started to evaluate more features in observability platform. But some use only basic functions like logs, certain logs. And it's actually happened because that's what they used in their tools before. So they didn't know about other opportunities, other features that observability platform Datadog can provide for them. So what we've done, we decided that we need to teach. And we do write the docs, and we recorded a lot of video for developers. And it didn't work. Surprise, surprise. Yes, and then we started to think what to do. And then we had an idea to bring the chaos engineering and make it via some gamification. So let's just have two options: to read the docs and play the game. So honestly, what would you choose? Thank you for being honest. Yes, of course. So we reached out to Datadog team, and they helped us to connect to other customers who already did chaos engineering games before. And also, I got very lucky because I have a PhD in chaos engineering in my team. Guys, if you're watching me, I miss you a lot. So yeah, we decided to launch Chaos Game Day. Chaos engineering, first of all, helps you to catch the abnormal behavior and normal behavior during the experiments, how your systems behave, and also actually how your developers behave. We started our preparation with choosing the targeting system. Actually, it's not common to use staging, but we decided do not run chaos in production for safety reasons. And we chose staging. We told our developers that we are going to attack their services. And we designed our experiments the way so they could use not only log searching, but also metric analysis for metric analysis about performance and trace analysis about latency, so they could actually learn more about the platform. So we chose this approach, capture the flags. CTF, and CTF is when you place some flags like a string or metric name into your target system, and then developers need to find it. We also, through the day, we revoked access for this environment for our developers and forced them to use only Datadog. Of course, we did some registration and yeah, all this preparation, the logistic. So we had 41 developers participated from 4 countries, 12 teams, and we've got 181 submissions, so it's not all of them obviously correct. We also have this dashboard below for kind of what we've done. Basically, we put like big TV and a part of their monitors and laptops. They looked into this TV so they could know like who is leading right now. So this leadership dashboard we also placed in Datadog. A part of these 7 experiments, so it's not related, but there is a valuable findings. It also was 7. They actually found some things to fix in their system, but it wasn't related to the chaos that we ran. Yeah. And everything what we've done was manual. So all the submissions, checking the Slack channel, everything was done manually. But the feedback was super positive because, first of all, there was a lot of people who never touched Datadog at that moment. Also, there were many people who never touched the core systems. So they work, for example, for some other services, and they have this API calls to core system, but they never actually tried to work with it. And also, we've got interesting feedback that people felt that it was like a team building for them, because sometimes you don't meet often with your colleagues. Yeah, and there was one girl. She said that she was kind of frustrated because she was looking for the flag during the game, and there was no visibility from the mobile app. And she worked as a mobile backend developer, so that was kind of her fault that they didn't prioritize to have real user monitoring at that moment. And after this game day, everything was set up. People started to set up monitors, alerts. We were extremely happy. But as I said, everything what we've done as a SRE team was done manually. So we were checking these submissions, communicated via Slack, updated this dashboard, a leadership dashboard in Datadog. And after this game day, people said, let's do it again. but it's like high investment activity, same as we have today, just gather all the people and to make the really great show, it's a lot of work. So we thought like, okay, what should we do? And we decided to connect chaos engineering and platform engineering together. So when we started our observability journey and we moved a lot of stuff into one platform, we actually started to get less messages from developers, and we had some capacity to work on the things that we wanted to work for a long time. So that's just an example how our morning looked like before. Like you open your laptop, and then there's developers, and they need to have access to something, like user onboarding for the new people, and then they need to provision some resources and onboard their services, and like many, many other things. So we wanted to reduce this workload, and that's why we started to build our internal developer platform. And that's a very simplified version how it looked like. So we used, and we still use, Backstage as a UI, the whole backend written by our team, and this is like a double-side platform. So from one side, our platform engineering team put templates for developers so they could provision infrastructure, and then from another side, developers via web UI can provision and manage infrastructure. That's the one example that I wanted to share with you. We run our services on Kubernetes. That's why usually developers need to have provision EKS quite often. And I think the benefit of having everything automated, obviously a part of that we reduced our workload, is also that they don't need to think about how to have logs and metrics in Datadog, because it's done via our automation. We already defined it in our template. So with zero knowledge of infrastructure, they're actually able to manage it and have everything already in place in Datadog. That's how we solve this problem. That's a simple screenshot. And if a developer has certain permissions, then on this slide, they can you can see the list of resources that they can manage. And here, one more example is just the overview of one EKS. And a part of it, there's many features for them, like they do Kubernetes management, so they can kill the pod directly, or manual deployment, or they can just execute their Terraform to do REST API changes because they need it frequently. So since we had this opportunity to work on it, we decided to embed one more feature, because it's like single entry and developers anyway will use this there. And we put like a small button for scheduling and configuring experiments, where you can choose default model, put the value of latency or error type there. And after you will click there, then it will appear in your Datadog dashboard, because that's all connected in one ecosystem. So the reason why we've done this, it's just because we believe that this is the best way to learn about your system resilience via failures of the system. So that's actually overall the result of this observability journey we had. So usually I ask people from other companies, who does troubleshooting in your company? Is it SRE or is it developers? Developers. Good, yes. And then for me, it's the same, because we moved this responsibility to developers since they understand infrastructure better, and since they have everything in place in observability platform, then it's easier for them because they know their applications better than we do. And I don't remember how many digital products we have now at Electrolux. It's like more than 200, I think. And it's just impossible to understand what people do for their applications. So that was the biggest impact, I think, that we, in 90% of cases, don't even aware that some incident is happening, because they are able to resolve this incident without us and find the root cause. The second is that we have much less incidents. Of course, it's not only because of chaos engineering and observability platform. There's many different efforts here, but still we have much less incidents, and incident management itself is followed very well, because when we do chaos engineering, we actually also train to declare incident and how to open communication channel. We do our postmortems in Datadog, and we learn about how to provide proper logs, proper metrics, so the incident could be resolved quicker. And the last one, I think it's also important, because developers, they started to think more about designing their systems, and they also started to consider cost as one of the parameters, what kind of logs they're sending away. So that's the observability impact we had. For the next steps, we would love to continue our chaos engineering journey, and we would love to evolve this feature and actually collect more feedback. But basically, as I said, we believe that learning about resilience of your system via failures is the best way to learn. There is no graph that will help you developers to understand everything. This visualization doesn't work, only when you have it in practice. And another, we would love to empower our developers to understand more about their services and performance via scorecards. We are looking into how to actually have it, because today I learned on the demo stand that Datadog has the beta version of it. But yeah, we've been thinking about it a lot. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I have no time left for questions, but I was happy to share this journey with you. Thank you.